Yeah.
Listen, some of these ideas on paper make a lot of sense. People want to see scaffolds. People want to see cage matches. People want to see giants. So let's put El Gigante in there with the one man gang. Yes. 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Spencer would write. El Gigante came down to the ring with 4 midget wrestlers who ran around biting Gang in the butt and harassing Kevin Sullivan. This was really bad. Although Gang did take a slam off the top rope, which is pretty impressive considering his size. El Gigante got the claw on Sullivan, who gave Gang powder. Before he could throw the powder, El Gigante kicked his hand and the powder went in Gang's face, and El Gigante rather, clothesline Gang from behind for the pin. Negative half a star. Yeah. One man gang, El Gigante, and little people. WCW 91 is a weird time.
Yeah, well, first of all, El Gigante wasn't ready for TV either.
Correct.
It's that insatiable urge to be different for the sake of being different. It's the influence from other Turner entities. I've mentioned Turner Home Entertainment. Everybody that read the Observer, and I often wonder how many people in those departments didn't read the Observer or the Torch. And by reading those, they became educated.
Yeah.
They got their degrees. So, yeah, he should not have been on television. If so, only on videotape and only on pre-recorded, edited pieces of business. Protect him at all costs. And, the idea was once we saw how, George's aptitude for pro wrestling was, you're getting ready for one match, Conrad. And he comes in, he's done all these things, and he has one match, and let him roll on, go back, bouncing that basketball again. I told you the story of the fact that he goes back home and he's broke because people bled him to death when he's working. And that good old Harvey Whippleman was contributing to El Gigante's bills. And a lot of people never knew that. You think Harvey's a manager or he's a kind of a utility guy, and George is making 6 figures plus, and he had no money. Poor old Harvey comes in to bail his ass out. So he's the kind of human being he is. Good man. So I can see why Rock always took to Harvey. Harvey's a good person. But this match should never have happened. You got one man gang, Conrad, unless he's going to go to WWE right now. The wrong guy went over. First of all, El Gigante should not have been booked.
Right.
Athletic big men that know how to work heel and cut a promo. As I said earlier, repeating it, they don't grow on trees. But unless you have a decision maker that totally understands that, you're not going to cultivate and nurture this investment. And I've always thought that one man gang is one of the best super heavyweights ever. And we treat him like he's just another big guy with a mohawk.
Well, next up, we got Nikita Koloff and Sting in a chain match. They're going to go 11.5 minutes. Meltzer would say some good pops for low blows. Both guys touched the first 3 corners and brawled for a while, then sprinted to hit the 4th corner with Nikita hitting it first. Sting gave Nikita a low blow with the chain after the match was over at 2.25 stars. So Nikita wins. You rarely see that, but I like it. I like the booking, and I even like Sting showing the hardened edge afterwards, doing a low blow on Nikita. So these are the first sort of real stars on the whole show. We're like, I don't know, more than 2 hours in to this card so far, but the crowd reacts to them big, and they're really with this match. Nikita in 91, a lot of people would say is not the same Nikita from 5 years prior, but still pretty good match, pretty fun match here.
Yeah. Nikita had downsized. He wasn't as massive.
Yeah.
But still he had that obvious charisma, and he still had it. This wasn't as much of it than there was prior to that. He would look more like Hawk or Animal or some of those big dudes. And they all went to the same high school, I think. Or they went to rival schools. They're all right there in Minneapolis, Robbinsdale, I thought. So, yeah, that match. I think people were just waiting on something.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what they got. And it was good. It was a solid match. I'm not big on these touching all four corner things. It doesn't capture me as much as it maybe should. But I think it waters it down a little bit. So, but I don't know what else you would do. But nonetheless, it's again, you book yourself into a match that has limited finishes. And that's what we had here with this deal. But those guys did good. God almighty, that they didn't have the table set for them very stringently. But anyway, it's for the crowd and the atmosphere and the ambiance of the room, they did a hell of a job.
So let's get to the world title match. Before we do, I guess we should remind everybody, Flair has the big gold belt. Flair had to put up a deposit when he won the world title, which was $25,000. He never got that deposit back. So he kept the belt. And as the famous story goes, to prove to Vince that no, this time is different. I'm really coming this time. I'm not going to say I'm coming and then not come, because I think Flair had done that at least 2 other times. Flair overnights Vince McMahon the big gold belt. So they know for sure he's really coming now. But now that we have to sort of let the show go on here in WCW, we'd no longer have a world title. So they order a new one from Reggie Parks. Most people refer to it as the Ron Simmons belt or the Vader belt. That's the one that is synonymous with this era of WCW, but it's not yet finished because by God, he just left 2 weeks ago. They haven't made it yet. So what do they do instead? They take an old Florida Championship Wrestling territory belt that Dusty had, and they sort of gimmick it up with another plate on top that says world champion. And they try to shoot around it and not show it. And different photo ops and stuff, they would even not show the belt, but you could sort of see that there was one there. They would use a tag belt. I mean, we don't think about that very often, but this has never happened before. We've never needed a backup belt. What do you mean we don't have the belt, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, again, another embarrassment. Not paying attention to the details.
Don't we all love summer vacation, relaxing, laying out by the pool, barbecues, hitting the beach, doing, well, nothing? Well, how about a summer vacation from your house payments? With SaveWithConrad.com, you can do just that. Reduce your monthly payments by making the equity you built up in your home work for you. You can roll together those high interest rate credit cards into one lower monthly payment and perhaps access some of that newfound equity to turn your house into your dream home with no money out of pocket. And how about this? You get to skip your next 2 house payments. That's right. You won't have to make your June or your July house payment. You're done until August 1st. Go right now to SaveWithConrad.com. Let my team run the numbers for you for free. There's no obligation, and if we can't help you save some cash, we won't waste your time. And did I mention we're offering a 3-year guarantee right now? That's right. That means if at any point interest rates improve over the next 3 years, you get a free refi. That's right. No new lender fees from us. So you get to save money now without wasting money later when the rates improve on a whole second set of closing costs. Why not go to SaveWithConrad.com and get a guarantee? Save money now and save money later with your friend in the mortgage business. That's me, Conrad Thompson at SaveWithConrad.com. Shoot me an email at Conrad@SaveWithConrad.com. Give us a call at 888-425-0105 or get yourself a quick quote. Even talk to a live person right now at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. Let's take a summer vacation from house payments at SaveWithConrad.com.